We're here with the first video of the day. We're going to talk about, well, mostly the media kind of going against Trump and some of the censorship that has happened against Trump from Twitter. Up first, we got from Daily Mail. The moment Trump appears to gasp for air after tearing off mask on return to the White House. Biden leads critics accusing Trump of downplaying COVID by telling America, don't be afraid of the virus. Yeah, he was telling them, don't let it dominate your life, which means, maybe we should just go on with our lives because, I don't know, maybe the science backs it up that it's not that serious and we should. Yeah. We also got here from the Daily Caller that a CNN analyst calls Donald Trump a biological terror. Man, the media is, like I said yesterday, nothing but gossip magazines and tabloidy. CNN analyst Asha Rangappa tweeted Tuesday that President Donald Trump is a biological terrorist. Rangappa made her comments after Trump's Monday return to the White House. The president announced early Friday that he tested positive for COVID-19 and was sent to the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center that evening, where he remained through the weekend. To recap, we have a biological terrorist in the White House, Rangappa tweeted before adding that she meant the comment literally. Trump's own AG says that COVID meets the statutory definition of a biological agent and that intentionally passing it to others can constitute an act of terrorism, she wrote. Okay. So we got a CNN analyst just, calling Trump a biological terrorist now. Okay. What about the actual domestic terrorists that have caused billions of dollars of damage throughout the last, 4 months? Why don't you talk about that, Asha Rangappa? Oh, no, you won't because you're not allowed to. You can only bash Trump. That's the only thing you're allowed to do, isn't that right? We also got from Brian Stelter, time to amend what I said Sunday, cut the word possible. There's a clear cover-up underway and reporters are chipping away at it. So he said there's a possible cover-up about the health of the President of the United States, a cover-up led by the President from his hospital room because he is so sensitive about being perceived as weak. Boy, Brian Stelter, you are going hard, I guess, would you like to say, conspiracy theory? So why would you condemn stuff like, QAnon on the other side, but then you come up with crap like this? I got your newsletter here. Covering a cover-up. Reliable sources, Brian Stelter and Oliver Darcy. Says, on Sunday, I was here. On Sunday, I said we are covering a possible cover-up about the president's health. A possible cover-up being led by the president from his hospital room. I need to amend that statement. Cut the word possible. There's an obvious cover-up underway, and reporters are chipping away at it, trying to get to the truth. The clearest evidence of a cover-up is the White House's refusal to share Trump's testing history. When was the date of Trump's last negative test? Wasn't it like the day before the debate, I believe they said? It says Yahoo's Hunter Walker and other reporters asked on Monday, but Dr. Sean Conley said, I don't want to go backward. That's something that a press secretary says, not something a doctor says, Jake Tapper pointed out afterward. Since no one in Trump's orbit will answer, it seems fair to conclude that the answer is embarrassing. He was required to be tested before last Tuesday's debate, and his campaign told the debate commission that he was tested. So did someone lie to the commission? I believe they said that he was tested the day before, and then apparently he arrived late. Well, according to Chris Wallace, that he arrived late. But it was saying anywhere between 3 and 5 that he had showed up. So what? Like, Chris, how do you not know when the president actually showed up? Or were you just trying to say between 3 and 5 is when his entire campaign managed to finally show up? Yeah, okay. Says, CNN's John Harwood said the non-answers indicate that they've been lying about the frequency of his testing, including whether he was tested before debating Joe Biden or that he tested positive earlier than they've acknowledged, which was 2 days after debate. In a bigger picture sense, Trump is also covering up the reality of COVID-19. He is resuming his coronavirus denialism while he's still hobbled by the disease. No, he isn't. He's saying just don't let it control your life. We can't let it, just literally what he said, don't let it dominate our lives. We can't let it just become everything and consume us. We can't let authoritarian local government to then put in mask mandates, tell us where to stand, and completely destroy our rights. Says, what a bunch of BS. That's what Chris Cuomo said at the start of Cuomo Prime Time. Want to know the truth, he said? The virus is the truth. The virus doesn't care about left and right. The virus does what's reasonable. You give me a chance, I will spread. You keep away from me, you don't give me a chance. I run out of hosts, I die. I'm the truth. If you are doing the right thing, you don't see me that much. If you are doing the wrong thing, you do. I mean, even if you do the right thing, you can still get it. You run out of hosts, yeah, any disease will, but I mean, you could say that about the flu, but yet the flu comes back every year, so should we be worrying about the flu every year and going into a lockdown because of all the deaths that happened during the flu? No, we don't. We continue on in life like normal. A photo op and a power trip. In my honest opinion, Trump's looks like victory flight home to the White House made sense through this prism. Every day is a TV show. He's the producer and the star. And like he said, this is his honest opinion. Opinion. Not actual fact. He's the producer and the star, and he'll figure out some new show to produce tomorrow. He's not thinking a week or two ahead. He's certainly not trying to be a role model. In the words of his Axios headline, he is viewing each day as a TV episode. Well, you know what? You keep giving it to him. If you keep giving in to the trolls, and you keep posting everything that they do, and you just never shut up about them, then they're not going to go away, and you're just going to embolden them. He's using it against you, so why do you keep reporting on it? Maybe you do some actual reporting. Do some real investigative journalism. Do something actual substantial, CNN. Says, by that week's standard, he succeeded on Monday. That is the shot the president wants for the front page of the newspapers. Norah O'Donnell said on CBS as Trump arrived back home. It was, I said on CNN, a literal power trip. No, he's showing that you guys just won't shut up about him, and the complete bias. Literally, CNN, you are nothing more than a gossip magazine for the president at this point. Shut up. Man, I'm pretty much just done with then this freaking, oh man, this is long and it's awful. It's nothing but bias, and it's nothing just backhanded comments, and boy, Brian Stelter, you're just one of the worst. We also got from CNN Business, remember what I covered yesterday, I said? How Kayleigh McEnany got coronavirus yesterday, or, tested positive yesterday? Well, remember October 2nd and their CNN Business section? From Brian Stelter and Oliver Darcy. Journalists who work at the White House are testing positive for COVID-19. So if they're testing positive for COVID-19, are they still going there? Is it possible that the White House press corps got Kayleigh McEnany sick on purpose? In which case, maybe the things that you claim and stuff like your CNN analysts claim or maybe the stuff that you are actually doing. Maybe you guys tried to infect Trump at the debate. Maybe that happened because he was negative right before the debate. I mean, I heard that he had tested literally the day before the debate. And then you guys wouldn't test him during the debate. Or you didn't test him. You said it was too late to manage to do anything possible. Absolutely anything. Maybe then just don't have the debate if you couldn't test him. Maybe reschedule it. Delay it for maybe, I don't know, the next day or a couple of days later. Yeah. The debate is that important. I'm sure you could have just rescheduled it then. Or if coronavirus isn't that important and the survivability rate is 99.9697%, yeah, I think you're not gonna be too worried then. But I think they probably purposely gave it to Trump during the debate. He probably knew it. He probably wanted to get sick because he knew he could have just, he's got the best doctors in the world then to take care of him in one of the best countries to be able to be taken care of, especially as president. So I think he wasn't really worried. And then showed how gossipy and how tabloidy CNN decides to be. And a lot of people, Daily Beast, most of them, MSNBC, ABC, USA Today, all of them nothing but tabloidy, gossipy articles, and that is it. That is the top news right now. Trump has broken you, media. You are nothing more than BuzzFeed clickbait. We got CNN's Chris Cuomo slammed for coronavirus hypocrisy after off-the-wall rant attacking Trump. Yeah, they were saying it's like, oh, you get out of quarantine from Chris Cuomo, who literally left his basement to go to one of his other properties and yell at a random bicyclist while not wearing a mask while he's supposed to be in quarantine. So yeah, the hypocrisy of Cuomo. And, you know, his older brother putting in COVID patients into a nursing home, killing older people. Yeah. So you're pretty much just an ignorant butthole. Because I'm trying to be, you know, a little bit ad friendly here. And your brother is a sociopath. We got from the Daily Mail, Michelle Obama just recently calls Trump racist as she pleads with undecided voters to end 4 years of chaos and vote for Biden like your lives depend on it in blistering 24-minute video. Michelle, maybe you should just give up. Maybe you should be worrying about Netflix and what you own over there. Because I know you Obamas own a part of Netflix, and you guys are now being indicted. So maybe instead of making a 24-minute video against Trump, maybe you should worry about your own problems and pedophilia. Yeah. I think you got more things to worry about, Michelle. Because you might be going down with your husband. We'll see, though. We'll see. It's always fingers crossed. We always hope. But I also know that they have to get absolutely everybody because can't let any of these leeches get through, right? What do we got next then? Daily Mail is then critics tear into Joe Biden for saying wealthy people were able to stay home during lockdown because some black woman was able to stack the grocery shelf. Yeah, Joe Biden really said that. He's like, oh yeah, I don't really have to leave because I got a black woman to stock my shelves for my grocery. And it's like, whoa, Biden. Man, you're showing yourself more and more. And people want to vote for him? He literally keeps saying this about black people, and and he's not the racist? Here we got let's see, let me go up. Biden said he was optimistic despite the challenges facing the United States, and they say, well, why in the hell would you say that, Biden? You just talked about all these difficulties, he told the audience. Well, I'll tell you why. Because the American public, the blinders, have been taken off. They've all of a sudden seen a hell of a lot clearer. They're saying, geez, the reason I was able to stay sequestered in my home is because some black woman was able to stack the grocery shelf. Or a young Hispanic is out there. These dreamers are out there. 60,000 of them acting as first responders and nurses and doctors. And stacking your shelves, Joe Biden? Oh, man. Or all of a sudden, people are realizing, my Lord, these people have done so much. Not just black, white, across the board. Have done so much for me. We can do this. We can get things done. Oh, man, they've stacked my shelves. They've cut my yard. They do all of my chores for me. God, Biden, you are just super racist, aren't you? From Dave Rubin, you ain't black if you ain't stacking a grocery shelf for Joe Biden. Says from Rob Smith, Joe Biden, the reason I was able to stay home during the pandemic is because black women were able to keep the grocery shelves stocked. My God. Yeah, Rob Smith, you're correct. That's awful. Today's clips prove that Trump's strategy last week was a poor one. The more you let Biden speak, the better. Yeah, Trump, you did make a mistake in that first one. You just need to let Biden just go off unhinged and just never let him stop because, oh man, he says some bat-ass stuff. Like, it's horrible. This is pretty bad. And this is just on par with a lot of the stuff that he said. All right, on the next bit, we've got from Gateway Pundit, a massive Hollywood-style Trump sign placed on the 405 in Los Angeles. So just a little bit of lighthearted news here, a little bit of constructive protesting, I guess, or activism. Says activists have put up a massive Hollywood-style Trump sign off the 405 freeway in Los Angeles. The sign was put up sometime overnight between Monday and Tuesday near the Getty Center. The letters are 20 feet tall and whopping 70 feet long. See if you can see it from a distance. So yeah, anybody going through on the 405 is going to be able to see it. And I'm pretty sure that's what the main freeway to get into LA. So everybody coming in is seeing Trump, 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 Trump. So from Samantha Cortez, someone put up a Hollywood-style Trump sign on the 405. Yes, it's real near the Getty Center. The at real Donald Trump sign is about 10 feet high on the 405 North that's spotted by. Ended up being about 20 feet high. As you can see, there's actually people standing next to it, and boy, is it tall. Since the group behind the sign said in a statement provided to the Gateway Pundit that the idea behind this was twofold. First, they said it was a psychological terror op designed to counter the psychological terror ops that the Democrat-run government of California has been running on its citizenry since the lockdown. Second, it is a sign to other Trump supporters that there is hope. By being on the 405 looming on Westwood and the Getty, we have taken our message right into the belly of the California progressive beast, the statement read. It is a signal to all the war-weary citizens here behind enemy lines that they are not forgotten and that there is hope and others like them here in Vichy, California. Again, I mean, I'll probably say it. We're in a culture war. It might not be a hot civil war at this, but we're in a civil culture war, I guess, so to speak. They added that since Trump's hospitalization, its interpretation may have changed to that of a get well card, but as Trump rises like a phoenix from the flames of hoax COVID-19, we hope the former interpretation is the one that sticks. It is unclear when and if the city will remove it. Hopefully not too soon. I'm sure people in California like Nancy Pelosi or just Newsom. I'm sure Newsom will just be right on top of it trying to get that down as soon as possible. So I just wanted to end it up here a little bit here, with some good, a little bit of good heartfelt news, because mainstream media is just going unhinged conspiracy. They're just going unhinged gossip and tabloidy. Well, I'm going to leave it there. So I got one more video coming up today, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.